This is Marcus of Black Married and Debt Free, and this is
Shira.
This is Shira. And so we just wanted to come and just talk with you guys, just hang out, you know. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, so I have a disclaimer.
Yes.
The disclaimer is the kids are upstairs asleep.
Mhm.
Okay, they can wake up at any time, but we want to hang. We want to hang with you all.
Yeah, so we're excited about, you know, goal setting.
Yes.
And that's something that we encourage everyone to do.
Yes.
Is to set goals, and you know, that's what we like to do.
Yeah. So we were having a brainstorm last night, and what we talked about was, you know, what goals do we have as individuals,
Right.
and then what goals do we have together as a couple.
Right.
And so there are different, I guess, topics or areas that we're looking into. So goals for our relationship. So we want to make sure that we have at least one kid-free vacation.
Right.
Goals around our finances. And so you'll, as the year goes forward, you'll be seeing videos of us taking steps and opening up different accounts. And we want to take you on that journey with us and not just say, hey, you should do this, but we want to also show you how we're doing it so that you can do the same if that's something that you want to do.
Right.
But there's spiritual goals, wellness goals. But, you know, at the same time, you want to be realistic about what you can realistically do.
Right. So
Yes.
Shira, do we run down any of, you know, maybe a few of our goals? And like we said, some are marriage based, some are, you know, just things you want to do. One thing we definitely want to do next year is we want to challenge ourselves to create more YouTube content.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so you know, any goal that you have for next year, you know, we just encourage you to write them down and really go after it. So that's something that we really want to try to do next year, is just engage you all more and just be there more. I think what you like to always talk about, Shira, is SMART goals, right?
Yeah.
Can you break those down for
They
people,
just
please?
put that into you so much in college. So you want to make sure that it's specific, something that you can measure, not just, I want to save a lot of money, but
I want to have $10 million next year.
like really,
You know,
I mean, not that it's not possible,
Right.
but really. But what you said was you say 10 million?
$10 million.
Well, see, that is
It's
specific. So I can get with a specific goal.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you want to have a number in mind, you know, if it is a financial goal. Is it attainable, measurable? Is it time bound? Okay. So you want to put a date on it.
Yeah, we have a couple visitors here.
Oh Lord, the kids woke up. Oh, no.
Yeah, what's up, guys? We're actually live for the world to see. Okay, so you guys are gonna meet our kids,
hi.
I guess, and then I'm gonna try to scurry them upstairs.
Okay.
So
Here.
this is Taylor Michelle Murray. Okay, Taylor, say hi to the internet.
Hi.
Okay, Cameron, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, can
Yep,
you guys go back upstairs?
Yeah, so can you guys go upstairs and play, because we're
Please.
gonna finish talking to everybody. Okay, so you guys go upstairs and play, and
We'll see in a few minutes.
yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be fun.
Okay, so maybe I'll talk a little bit about our latest video. So the video that we just did was a video on how to open a Roth IRA. And if you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, we encourage you to do that. An IRA or Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. So this account is independent from your traditional 401k or your pension or the other accounts that might be offered through your job. One of the things with the Roth IRA is that you are putting away funds after tax, so that when you go to withdraw it, you won't have so much taxes. And so the limit right now is $6,000, which means that you'll be able to put more money away, which is great, and that your nest egg will be able to grow tax-free over time. So definitely check that out. We went step by step, and then we got a lot of questions, which was great. And so we are planning on doing some videos to address some of those questions, and just really excited about that, as well as other topics. And so one thing that we talk about a lot is that our viewers, that you all really keep us going. So we love to get your questions, and we love to get your emails. And if there are like specific topics that you want to know more about, then, you know, let us know. And so we want to to be transparent, and we also want to make content that's valuable to you. So definitely check out the Roth IRA video. And then, as we were talking about before, we were talking about setting goals and how that's important to have those benchmarks, especially as you go into a new year. You do want to set yourself up for success. And one of the ways that you do that is really thinking and planning ahead. And then we'll also talk about IRAs and the difference between the two accounts. One statistic that I read, and I will share it now, is that a family with an IRA account has 6 times the wealth of the family without one. And that really struck me. So I'm going to read it again. So a family with an IRA has 6 times the wealth of a family without one. So that means that right now, if you don't have an IRA, you can calculate your net worth, take all your assets, subtract your liabilities, and it's likely that a person or a family with an IRA has 6 times that. And some of that can be contributed to income. So maybe they have more income, so they are, putting away in these particular accounts, but it also speaks to the fact that they are prioritizing. They are prioritizing their retirement. And we were having a conversation with someone the other day, and we're talking about stocks. And they were talking about how they don't understand stocks. And a lot of times people will not invest in investment vehicles that they do not understand. And so that is one of our goals, is to demystify some of these investment vehicles, including the IRA and the Roth IRA. And we understand that there are systemic barriers. And we understand that, at least, in our community, that sometimes there's a lack of understanding. And unfortunately, in our society, we like to do a lot of shaming. If you can't afford food, you're shamed. If you don't make a lot of money on your job, it's your fault, and a lot of times our society don't acknowledge the systemic barriers that I was just talking about. But one of the goals of our channel is to provide information on how to build wealth in light of that, and also in spite of that. You can be successful, and you can do it one step at a time. And we're doing it, and we want to do it together.
Shara, we got a good question here.
Oh, really?
So the question is it wise to contribute when you are still slave to a lender? And us.
Yeah.
We're titled Black Married Debt Free.
Yes.
And we started this YouTube because we did pay off all of our debt, right?
Yes.
We paid off $110,000 in debt, and we just kind of wanted to chronicle what we did. Now, since we've done that, we have learned some things. You know what I mean? And I think that's the great thing about it, is you're always learning.
Yes.
So even though we paid off our debt prior to really getting serious about investing, looking back on it, maybe we would have done some things differently. Am I right about that, Shara?
Absolutely.
We can break that down.
And I love this question. And this is so important, because there are some financial gurus, I'm not going to name drop, who tell you, do not save for retirement till you get out of debt. And that's a blanket statement that's not going to work for everyone. Number one, when we were looking at our debt, we knew that we would be able to get out of it in around 2.5 years. So for us, it was worth it. And when it came to us making payments towards our debt, Marcus on his job contributed up to the match, because
with my 401k.
With his 401k, his employer offered that, and mine didn't, because that was important. And looking back, that was important because you leave free money on the table, and you can't go back with your employer and say, I didn't participate in the match last year, but can you give it to me because I'm ready now? Right. So when you don't participate in the match, you're leaving free money on the table. So that's one thing to consider. The other thing to consider is the time cost of money. And me and Marcus have been talking a lot about this. And what that means is that if you decide to pay Visa instead of paying yourself, and then you pay off Visa, and then you want to start paying yourself, you will have to make up for the time that you lost. Yeah. So right now, the 2.5 years that we didn't contribute to our retirement, and it was actually more than that, now we have to play catch up. Right. And you don't hear a lot of the people, the traditional gurus. Oh, someone said, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Someone said Dave Ramsey, but you never really hear him talk about the time cost of money, and that if you take 5 or 10 years to pay off your debt and not save for retirement, that you're going to have to pay even more money to make up for that time that you lost. So it is, number one, is a personal choice. It's a personal choice, but what we want people to do is to go into that choice with your eyes open. You go and you make that choice with the understanding of, I could be putting away $100, but because I didn't put away $100 and I chose to put this $100 on Visa, now I have to play catch up. So instead of that $100, you know, maybe it's $150, you know? So even now, as Marcus and I, we're concentrating more on building up our, the money that we have in the market and real estate. Like, we are paying more now because we don't have, we started later. Yeah. So the later you start, the more you have to play catch up, and you don't hear people talk about that. They say, follow my system. I have a 6-step system that fits everyone. And that's not true, because your finances is very individual. It's not the same. Everyone's not going to have the same set of circumstances. There are differences in where you live, your geographic location, your income, whether you have kids or not. So there are many things to consider. And so is it wise? I just want to say it's personal choice, but go into it with your eyes open. And one thing to consider is, how long is it going to take you to pay off the debt? If it's going to take a decade, I think twice about that.
Right. And like Shara said, one thing that we did do was we at least contributed to the match. You know, I think if you go into it saying, you know, well, I'll at least do that. I'm going to aggressively attack my debt. But if my employer has a match, I'm going to at least contribute that much. At least you got some skin in the game. If you can do more, great. But I think if you do that, I think, you know, that's something smart, a good base to be at. It's like, you know, I'm going to at least contribute whatever my employer matches. Yes. You know, as long as I can do that. And with what's left, attack the debt. I think that's a good way to play it.
Yeah.
Play it safe.
Yeah. Because, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, you know, one day you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror. You know, you're 70 years old, and you're going to think, you know, did I prioritize myself when I should have? You know, when you enter retirement, meaning that you're not working a job for dollars, like, you have to make sure that when you had the opportunity to work, that you did put away.
Right. Mrs. Kendall, that was a great question. She says she works in education, so they have the option of a 403B.
Yeah, a lot of nonprofits do, and certainly take advantage of it. Yeah.
Did you know most of your favorite entertainers, gurus, and entrepreneurs have life coaches? Well, we combine our financial knowledge, UC Davis coaching certification, and experience paying off 6 figures worth of debt to assist couples in taking their finances to the next level. To schedule a coaching call, email us at blackmarrieddebtfree@gmail.com or direct message us on any of our social media platforms.
Sure. Did we want to kind of tell the people to introduce what we have going, what we may be offering? I'm gonna leave that up to you. You know.
Are you talking about coaching?
Yeah. You know, do we want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna let Shara go ahead and talk on that one.
So we're going to be doing more coaching in 2019. That's going to be an area of focus, and that speaks to the last question that someone had about, you know, should I save for retirement or should I pay off my debt? And like, that's a very individual thing. And so we are going to be offering coaching, and I recently graduated from a coaching program through UC Davis, which is a prominent university in California, and we both have our experience of paying off 6-figure debt. And so we want to be able to just work with couples and individuals and helping them to explore, you know, what are the best options for them and their individual situation, you know. And sometimes you just need to talk things through to kind of figure out, what should I do, you know. And so a coach is really someone that helps to create to create more awareness, and to ask questions that really spark new insight. And so we're happy to be doing that. And, you know, we've been working with clients and helping people to just get started, you know, on their own journey. And so that's something that we're really excited about.
Yeah. For those of you who have never been coached or experienced, you know, sitting and and with a coach, partnering with a coach, man, it's an incredible experience because a lot of times you have the tools are here, but so oftentimes we don't express them, even just expressing them verbally out loud.
Yeah.
You hearing yourself say, because see, a coach, they'll ask you the proper questions to have you speak it out, and just being coached is a great experience. Like Shire is she's the bomb at it. And us using her training along with our experience,
right,
it's gonna be awesome. So if anyone is interested in hearing more about our coaching, just shoot us an email, or you could direct message us on any of these platforms here, and we'll get right back to you and respond to you. So yeah, we're excited about that.
And someone says, I know you're a great coach, firsthand experience, so thank you. Thank you.
That's great.
Yo, so we hope you guys enjoyed that podcast episode. We hope that we said something that you can take away and apply. We are here to inform and to inspire. So do us a huge favor and rate this particular podcast on whatever platform you're streaming this. Rate this 5 stars, write great reviews, anything that you can do to help us. We really, truly appreciate it. All right. So for Black, Married, and Debt Free, this is Marcus Murray signing off until next time. All right. I'll let you guys later. Peace.